Oh boy, what is the occasion, Toasty?
Well, we as proud citizens of our proud country, it is time for us to cast our vote.
It is. And what vote would that be?
Well, there's only one person in the entire universe that I can think of who should be attaining office.
And I'm afraid to ask, and who is that?
The most eloquent speaker in the world that I have ever seen, and it has to be Sarah Palin.
What? You know she's pony, pure management, right? Enough of that. Welcome to another exciting episode of Indie Action. First up, we've got Wilson with Terkoiz B.
Yeah, there are really important issues, Richard. I mean, do we really have time for... forget it.
Hey Wilson, welcome to the show.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, and this is my space station.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's pretty nice, huh?
Yeah, thanks for having me over.
Or having you up.
That's true.
That is true.
That is true.
So hey, you're here to tell us about a film that you were in.
Yeah.
And which one are you going to talk about?
Okay, what about Terkoiz B?
I like Terkoiz B. And what did you do?
I tried to portray a character of a dumb-witted superhero.
And how'd that go?
I really liked my co-captain there. The Green Lantern fella.
You have a Green Lantern fella.
Yeah, he kept changing his name all the time.
Did he?
And he did everything dialogue in Korean.
Oh, so you
yeah.
subtitled film.
Yeah.
Oh, tell us about the film then.
So I came up with a cool costume with a hat, and I think one of our behind-the-scenes people, some reason, had a weird biker's face mask. Mm-hmm. So I put that on, and I thought it looked cool, and then I developed a character. And then we got to use David and his daughters. He's another member of the Vancouver Beer Factory, and they went skiing. And I was trying to phone all my buddies in villainry, and he actually filmed himself up in the mountains saying hello and talking to me, doing the dialogue, right? As if we were talking on the phone. And then even got his daughters to do it too.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So is that going to be in the film as well?
Yes, that is. You're going to see him going, yeah, okay, yeah, and replying everything that I'm saying, and his daughters are going, what, can't hear you, what, can't hear you. And I thought it was cool. We got to use my car.
So you want to watch this film then?
Let's go.
Okay, Toasty, let's roll the film.
오늘 뭐 아무것도 없는데 우리도 가끔 휴가 나갈까?
I'm glad you asked that, Robin.
내일은 칸타라고.
Evil doesn't take the day off, and neither do we. What lurks in the hearts of men and women, you may ask?
나 그거 안 물었는데?
Well, evil. Evil is what lurks in the hearts of men and women. Dogs, too. Babies. I've even seen evil in the hamburger.
여기서 차 세울까? 미스터 비?
Gromit, little help here.
이모 제대로 하는 게 없어 인마는. 진짜로 제대로 하는 것도 없고 씨. 도대체 이거 뭐 영문이야. 뭐 하는 거야? 괜찮아. 되는데.
Thank you, Costello. The world would not be a safe place without the Terkoiz B and his assistant, Stimpy.
칸터. 내 이름 칸터인데 왜 자꾸 틀리는 거야 진짜.
Crime. This is the voice of the Terkoiz B. Show yourself. This makes me suspicious, Trung.
칸터.
The B-phone.
돈도 얼마 안 나오는데 진짜.
Hello? Hello? Is this the Orphan King? Is this the Orphan King? Can you put on the Orphan King? Hello? Hello, let me speak to the Orphan King. Ha!
Hello?
Hey, Six Toes. I was hoping I'd reach you. What? It's Terkoiz B. Terkoiz B. Oh, come on. You remember that? You remember that time in Prague? No. Nope. Nope. Sorry. That wasn't me. No, that was some other guy. No, really. It wasn't me. Look, never mind.
Well, Sam, it looks like crime does take the day off. Wait. Where is the car?
It's finally here. The show that you've been waiting for. The Vancouver B Movie Factory, where movie making dreams come true. Check your local listings for airtimes.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. So, Toasty, what's happening now?
Yeah, you were right. I watched Sarah Palin's last speech. Wow, was that ever pony? But no worries, I found the next right person to vote for.
Okay, and who's that?
Well, it can only be one person. I mean, really, who do you think it could be? It can only be Ben Carson.
Oh, yeah, that real guy who's up on his science and things like that.
Yeah, he seems to know what he's talking about. I mean, great fact.
No. Yeah, and speaking of eloquent speakers, next up we have a film by writer-director Chris Marino called What Has Obama Ever Done for Us?
He hasn't done much.
Roll the Wi-Fi, Toasty.
Okay, this is gonna be a big one. 1 second. Getting myself ready.
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Welcome to the spaceship. What do you think?
It's great. It's nice to be here.
It's good to have you on board.
Thank you.
So you're going to tell us about the film that you had produced recently and wrote, I believe.
Yes, and directed.
And directed. So tell us what it's called and what it's about.
The film it's a short film. It's called What Has Obama Ever Done for Us? And in brackets, it's a Monty Python tribute. And it's based upon Monty Python's Life of Brian, where they asked the question, what have the Romans ever done for us? And so, being an Obama fan, and probably the only Obama fan, maybe other than in the nicer parts of the U.S., I did a film that was based, satirically based upon that premise.
Great, and where did you shoot it?
We shot at Bridges Studio in Burnaby.
And how was that? What was the production like?
It was actually it was excellent to be able to shoot in a massive, warehouse-sized space. We did have a train going by every once in a while, which was a bit disturbing, but we got around it, and it was really nice to have a set built in the stage. And
so I know you've met Toasty. Toasty is a huge supporter of red cameras, right? And he's always saying that everything needs to be shot on this. I understand that this was the case with your film.
That's right, it was, and it's the first time I've ever used a red camera, but it was excellent. Yes.
So did it take you long to write that?
No, not really. I just wrote it. It probably took about Of actual writing time, probably about a week. I would go back to it and update it and shorten it and whatnot. And I got some of those shortening skills from my B Movie Factory days when you had to write a script and that was only 4 pages no matter what. And actually that kind of helped me write this one because Obama's done like a million things. You know, you try to condense that into, you know, a 5 or 6 minute film is very difficult.
It is quite remarkable.
And to have a beginning, middle, and end, right? Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, so yeah, you know, just probably, you know, part-time a week, I'd say. Getting an hour here, a couple hours here, an hour here, and then polishing it up, and then reading, having the actors read it, and then going over, you know, things like that.
So you mentioned Vancouver B Movie Factory, so you're a
alumni? Yeah, that's right, that's right. But yeah, the experience on B Movie Factory is excellent.
So we're going to watch the film now, so the people at home will be able to see this on television. But if they want to see it again, where would they be able to check it out?
Just go on YouTube. Just type in "What has Obama ever done for us?" and in brackets a Monty Python tribute.
Fantastic.
It's at the top now. Yeah, it's at the, it was about third down. Now I guess it's more popular than some of the other ones. So it's at the very top now.
Well done. Glad to have you on the show.
Well, glad to be here. Thanks.
Okay, we're going to watch the film right over there. And Toasty, roll it.
Today, gentlemen, we control both the House and the Senate.
What? Gentlemen, what about me? I'm a lady.
Not much of a lady there. Bit of a pig, actually.
What? I'll tear your saggy nuts off. No.
It's all right. Order. Calm down, Mildred. Gentlemen and lady, let's keep our eyes on the prize, shall we? Our next stop is the White House. Yes. We shall finally wrest control from that bastard, President Obama. I ask you, who is he? This Barack Obama? Who is he, and what has he ever done for us?
He signed the American Recovery Act, didn't he?
Google that, Chauncey.
Right, sir. The stimulus package spurred economic growth and halted the worst recession since the Great Depression. Eventually led to, oh, look at this, 3.7 million new jobs.
Beginner's luck. Right, so he saved the country from a depression. What else has he done?
I know this one. He passed the Affordable Care Act.
Obamacare? Any president could have passed that.
Not quite true, sir. 5 presidents over the past century have tried and failed, including President Clinton.
All right, so he saved us from a sudden great big depression and created healthcare for 32 million Americans. Well, what else has he done?
He gave us the abacus.
No, Mildred. The ancient Greeks gave us the abacus.
Piss on it then.
He found Osama bin Laden.
So what?
Well, I suppose you could say that he succeeded where George Bush and Dick Cheney failed.
Old man Cheney couldn't find his own ass if he used both hands.
Oh, come on. I mean, they weren't even trying. All right, fine. So he saved us all from a sudden great big depression, created healthcare for 32 million Americans, and found and killed Osama bin Laden. So what else has he done?
He passed Wall Street reform.
Can't trust Wall Street. Allowing them blokes to police themselves is like allowing Michael Jackson to babysit your 12-year-old nephew.
Same result, though. You wake up in the morning with a sore bum and a flower on your pillow.
Shut.
He brought our troops home from Iraq and Afghanistan.
And he rescued the US auto industry.
Also, he improved America's image abroad.
Did he? Google that, Chauncey.
It's true, sir. From 2008 to 2011, favourable opinion toward the United States rose in 10 of 15 countries on average. Look at this, by 26%.
Ooh. And he ended discrimination against homosexuals in the military.
Oh, for goodness sake. Must we talk about the bloody homosexuals? All right, granted, he did save us from a sudden great big depression, created healthcare for millions, and found and killed Osama bin Laden.
Then passed Wall Street reform.
Yes, and brought our troops home from Iraq and all that rubbish.
And saved the auto industry.
Yeah, all right, he did. Yeah, that's fair. And he made life easier in the military for them homos.
Shut up about the bloody homos! He invented basketball!
No, he didn't. That was Canadian physical exercise instructor James Naismith.
Are you sure?
Not entirely.
Again, one last time, what has he ever done for us?
He toppled Muammar Gaddafi.
Told Mubarak he had to go.
Didn't bomb Bashar al-Assad.
Hang on. How does not doing something qualify as having actually done something?
Well, if he had removed Assad, then the Islamic State would now control all of Syria, not just that wee little bit.
Cuba! He formalised ties with Cuba!
Well, that's not such a big deal, Mildred. Many of us would have done that years ago, except we didn't want to risk, nothing.
Didn't want to risk what?
Losing votes in Florida?
Shut up!
Oh, my.
Oh, for God's sake, Henry, what?
He's avoided scandals.
True, sir. No scandal. Clean living. Apparently loves his wife and children.
Well, I don't understand then. I mean, if he's such a likeable chap, why do we all hate him?
I don't hate him. I rather fancy him, really. I fancy his honesty and his intelligence. He seems rather caring, doesn't he?
Oh, really, Mildred? You fancy his intelligence, do you? His honesty and caring, is it? Anything else about Mr. Bastard President Obama you care to fancy?
Oh, yes. I fancy his balls. His great, big, gargantuan, elephant-sized balls. And his penis, which I imagine is also rather girthy.
Did someone just say penis?
Yes, someone did.
Mildred, you're not suggesting that we in our group are somehow less than...
Oh, no, not you, Carl. Never, no, I know.
Yes, well, let's change the subject, shall we?
Say, what's on the telly?
My hump hurts.
You know, they haven't even mentioned Iran. If that goes through, we're all screwed.
So what shall I do, sir?
Google someone we can all hate together, quickly.
Hillary Clinton.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes, Hillary Clinton. What has Hillary Clinton never done for us?
She launched an invasion of the Ukraine and then lied about it.
It's finally here. The show that you've been waiting for. The Vancouver Movie Factory, where movie-making dreams come true. Check your local listings for airtimes.
Well, wasn't that terrific?
Yes, well, I looked up Mr. Nutcase Carson, and it would appear that actually you're right, the man is complete pony.
I did tell you. So what else is new?
Well, I've been researching a bit, and I can't see that there's anybody else to vote for except one man who we know we can trust, because he has hair just like mine.
Oh, no. No, don't tell me.
Oh, yes. I'm talking, of course, Mr. Donald Trump.
We're going to skip that next bit and go straight into our DIY segment, where someone who looks a lot like me is going to explain things about triangles.
Yes, triangles, because they're the new rectangle.
Roll it. Hey there, this DIY is brought to you by the letter T for triangle. Recently I've been asked by a number of people who have cameras, how do I improve my photography? I generally shoot in program mode, they say, and when I switch to manual mode, things don't quite work out. What I teach them is the triangle. The triangle consists of ISO, shutter speed, and f-stop. Let's start with ISO. Is that the higher the number of the ISO, the more sensitive your sensor becomes to light. Now the drawback is that the higher the ISOs, the more noise can be introduced to the image, making it grainy. And digital grain doesn't look so great. So I try and keep my ISO as low as possible. Next up, we have f-stop. F-stop is how open or closed the iris of your lens is. Now the great thing about setting your iris in a camera is that you can control what's called the depth of field. So this is where you can get very deep shots where everything's in focus. Think landscapes, say f/16 or higher. If you want everything from your foreground, your background, the mountains to all be in focus. Or a very shallow depth of field, say f2.8, f1.4, where you have a very narrow or shallow depth of field, which presents a very beautiful cinematic look to some images, if that's what you're going for. So your subject will be in focus, but the background and foreground will not. And then the last thing is your shutter speed. Now in still photography, a high shutter speed has the effect of stopping things. So if you're shooting at 1/5000th of a second, you can stop water, you can stop motion. If you shoot faster than that, you can stop bullets. And if you shoot slower, you'll have the opposite effect. Think those images that you see of cars driving down the street and their taillights are streaming behind them in red ribbons. That's shooting with a slow shutter speed, and it gives you that type of effect. So now you have your ISO and how much depth of field you're going to want in that shot. And once you have that set up, and if you think the image is clean enough, then you supplement it with light and make beautiful images. See you next time. Bye-bye.
It's finally here. The show that you've been waiting for. The Vancouver B-Movie Factory, where movie-making dreams come true. Check your local listings for airtimes.
Welcome back, everybody. Toasty, what are you doing?
I'm so ready, Richard. I'm ready to vote. I need it. I want it. I'm ready to do my duty to my country.
Whoa. You can't vote.
Don't you oppress me. I have a constitutionally given right to be able to vote.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. You see, you're Canadian. You were made in Canada.
What? But nothing's made in Canada.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that being the case, let's go watch a film.
I suppose we've got nothing better to do and can't even vote. Fine.
Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, the prefix of doom right there.
All the colors in the frame. The title.
I think it's almost 10:30.
Yeah, I think we'll get there by 11.
Oh, so it's not a lot of traffic, so.
I don't know. Not dramatic?
Yeah, it certainly is.
Oh my God. Who is that? Yeah, who is this clown? This guy.
That was crazy, man.
It's the laziest car chase I've ever seen.
I have no idea. This guy's just nuts.
Let's go around him.
Okay, let's just go.
Whoa! Can't believe it. We're gonna be late.
Yeah, because of this guy.
What is this guy?
You got pretty mouth.
Is he turning? Oh, he's going the same way we are. He's not even using his
He's just indicating to go to his other left.
Oh, he's slowing down.
He's got his hazards on.
Yeah.
Now they're off again.
I don't know
What is this guy doing?
He just keeps doing it over
Window
and
down.
over.
Who is this
All right,
clown?
let's check this out.
Ooh, eyeball. My ex-wife!
It's like my experiences at the drive-thru.
Meanwhile, back on 41st and Victoria.
Who would like a nice story about a bridge?
Today's Tom Sawyer, you got... Anyway.
It's Ted Cruz's political career.
Fez the Clown.
A child's plaything.
Is that Wilson?
Or a public nuisance.
Wilson! Which was an entirely better film.
Or a public nuisance on the road. The next
Apparently
time
repetition
you see a
helps.
car driving funny, running stop signs.
It's like an interview with Sarah
turning without
Palin.
an indicator. Remember to
Empty,
ask yourself,
vapid,
is that clown behind
and
the wheel?
useless.
Driving like a clown. It's no joke. This has been a public service announcement from the Vancouver B-Movie Factory.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, well, GOP debates are probably funnier.
That's what I thought too. Okay, let's go. So if you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it, well, you can sponsor us. Hit us up at indieaction.ca. Also check out our website at indieaction.ca and Twitter at indieactiontv. And you, still gonna vote, Canadian boy?
Just shut up.
Why don't you shut up? I love the hair. Donald Trump must be very envious of you.
I think he copied it from me.
Oh, it's quite possible. Does it come off like his does? Oh.
Just
Oops, sorry. Hey, look at this. Sorry. Oh my goodness. So yeah. What else we got in politics? Oh, I know what we've got coming up. We have a Canadian election. Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Indie Action. First up, we have an interview with Wilson and the film Terkoiz Blue. Roll it.
I think you mean Terkoiz B.
Oh, Terkoiz B. That's actually what it's called.